Together we stand, a family so strong, in the unity of Sun Lakes where we all belong. With love in our hearts, we share the same goal to live.
All right, we here are at Unity Church of Sun Lakes, and it's great to see all of you. Thank you. I'm Mark on platform today. Welcome to everybody. And we want to thank Julia for these gorgeous flowers. Thank you, Julia. Usually flowers don't get applause. So. Those are spectacular. We want to welcome everybody, especially any newcomers, any visitors. And as I look around, do I see any? Okay, all right.
She said I should never point.
Would you like to tell us who you are? Stand up if you'd like.
Oh, no. I'm Sonia Teal, and I live here in Sun Lakes.
Well, Sonia, good to have you here. Thank you for coming. Come back. And we have a little welcome we start the ceremony with, and let's do it especially for Sonia, but for the rest of us as well. We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you. Okay, Jeanne and Amy are going to treat us to a song.
Please sing along. I wrote this song when I was hiking on South Mountain one day, so imagine yourself in the desert. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Today I am willing to open up. Today I am willing to love. Today I am willing to open up. Today I am willing to love. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Today I am willing to accept what is sown. Today I am willing to learn. Today I am willing to accept what is sown. Today I am willing to learn. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Today I will give up my point of view. Today I will see your truth. Today I will give up my point of view. Today I will see your truth. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Today I am ready to live my life. Today I will be brave. Today I am ready to live my life. Today I will be brave. I honor my word, for my word creates my world. I am responsible for my word. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful beautiful day.
Okay, let's have our opening prayer with Frederick, and that will be followed by the daily word, and I believe, who is that today? That is Sheila, and then after that we'll move forward. Thank you, Fred.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Is this really working?
Yes.
Oh, good. So let's just take a moment to acknowledge all the smiling faces in here and all the warm energy. And let's be thankful that you didn't wake up in Virginia on Friday when it was 17 degrees.
It was worse than that in Nebraska.
North Dakota.
Let's come together now in prayer. Knowing we, each and every one of us, are the expression of the divine. It is the divine context within which we live and express all that is. Breathe in again and let's rejoice at the opportunity we have today to be together, to hear the message, to hear the music, and be with each other. It is such a great opportunity that we have to experience our oneness with each other each Sunday as we come together and to revel in the knowing that we live in the context of love. It is this love that carries us through the ups and downs of our life. The ups and downs of our life is our soul reaching out so that we more fully embrace all of life with our loving understanding of God and the divine. Take in another breath and release any negative thoughts about the happenings in our country at this time. Again, it is the soul's purpose for us to bring love to all situations and all people. And so it is. Amen.
The daily word for today is generous. I give with an open heart. I am generous. Keeping my heart open elevates my experience of generosity. If I give begrudgingly, fearful of not having enough for myself, I'm not being very generous, not being truly generous. There is joy and trust in being generous. There's joy in knowing that there is no lack at the level of spirit. And my generous impulses are my way of demonstrating my faith in this truth. I place my trust in the spiritual truth that as I give, I also receive. Generosity is a spiritual practice, a commitment to fully participating in the flow of life. As I give generously, I relax into the flow of synchronicity and receive unexpected blessings. Generosity is the gift I give myself. The point is this: the one who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and the one who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. 2 Corinthians 9:6.
Turn the lights down. Meditation is a time for us to open our heart to enter into the kingdom of God. In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. God is there. In the silence, I find my upper room, a holy supper room. Love is there. All my good is within. In my heart, I'm listening. In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. God is there. Peace is there. I am there.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Can you believe 2025, we're at the close of the first month? When we add the numbers up, 2025, it equals 9. And 9 represents completion. But it also represents balance and perfection. So let's keep that in mind as we set our intentions for our meditation this morning. So let's take a deep few breaths. And as you inhale, set your intention. Visualize it in the now. Visualize it as completed, balanced, and in perfection. We as one acknowledge that we have chosen to be here now, in these special moments of time, to continue as light workers for peace. We together as one have the love and the strength to change the universal consciousness for peace. Let's begin to focus on our hearts, into our heart chakra. Feel it begin to grow. See it growing larger and larger. Then feel it and see it beginning to glow. As it glows, it gets brighter and brighter to where it becomes a strong, iridescent, white light, the light of peace. As it continues to grow, visualize your heart exploding into 1,000 fragments of light. See each fragment of light shoot out into the atmosphere. We send this light of peace into the atmosphere for all to breathe and embrace. We send out this light of peace to each other, to humanity. Think of specific people in your life and surround them with the light of peace. Visualize the light surrounding them and swirling around them, embracing their bodies as they become iridescent beings of light in the name of peace. Now let's send the light of peace into the planet, our beautiful Gaia, our beautiful home. We send the light of peace into all the bodies of water. See the lakes, rivers, and oceans become iridescent as they are filled with the iridescent light of peace. We now send the light of peace to all aquatic life, the fish, dolphins, whales, and we see them become iridescent as they carry the light of peace around the planet. We send the iridescent light of peace to all animals, wild and domestic, and see their peaceful lives cohabitate with mankind. We send the light into our natural environment, into the trees, flowers, grass, the rainforests. We see them glow with peace. Now we send the iridescent light of peace and love to humanity, to countries in conflict. We visualize government decision makers sitting at a round table discussing peace, discussing how each one can support one another to co-create peaceful nations, to live in harmony in the present and in all future lifetimes. Now bring your focus back into your heart and visualize the word peace written in capital letters inside your heart and in the hearts of all humanity as it maintains its permanent residence. Together, we see peace. We are peace. We are the light workers of peace. And so it is.
Yeah, that was lovely. For glasses wearers, do you ever notice when you forget to bring the eyeglass cleaner? And I can see you a little bit. It's good to be here, and it's good to see all of your faces here today. All month long, we've explored one of the most profound concepts in unity teachings, which is the expansion of the soul and how it relates to our human nature. We've talked about the individual soul as being between the body and the spirit. Remember the peanut butter and jelly in the peanut butter and jelly sandwich? But it says one whole. They're not separate, they're all together. And understanding who you are, that you're not a body that happens to have an energy force called a soul. You're a soul that's traveling through a vehicle called the body. We talked about the soul being the realm of decision. In the soul lives your mind, will, emotions, and your personality. Your mind, what you imagine. Your will, what you want. And your emotions is what you're feeling. The soul is the neutral ground between the body and the spirit. It is the place where free will is exercised. The soul is eternal, and everyone has a soul. And today we're going to talk about another aspect of the soul that contributes to the expansion or not of the soul. You see, the soul has within it layers of consciousness. Many layers. So today we'll discuss the collective of all souls, rather called the collective consciousness. I've heard this talked about throughout my life, the collective consciousness. Oh, it's the collective. Oh, it's coming from the collective. But going through Fillmore's teachings on it, I've learned a different point of view around the collective. And I want to share that different point of view with you today. Fillmore says all humans have it, the collective consciousness, but the vast majority are apparently only aware of it at an instinctive level. I've been using the text from Reverend Paul Hasselbeck titled Heart-Centered Metaphysics for my material this month, where he takes all of Fillmore's writings and then reinterprets them in more modern language so folks like me can understand them. There are two forms of consciousness that we'll define and discuss today: race consciousness and the collective consciousness. Because when we make that distinction between the two and become aware and awake to the distinction, we defy gravity. We defy the restrictions and limitations of this life experience. And when we ascend out of race consciousness into grace consciousness, we fly. And before we go any further this morning, I need to define race consciousness for those unfamiliar with the term. The Fillmores use this term a lot in their books. It has nothing to do with an individual's race, color, or ethnic origin, but rather it refers to the accumulated collective thoughts, feelings, beliefs, attitudes, words, and actions of the human race to which we are all subject. That's a lot. And it's historical. It's from the beginning of time until right now. And we're all subject to these beliefs, attitudes, unless and until we can ascend into grace consciousness. So we're looking at moving out of a place in our souls where our thinking, our feelings, our beliefs, our values, our attitudes, our words and our actions that is controlled, unconsciously controlled but nonetheless controlled by the accumulated collective thoughts, feelings, beliefs, attitudes, and actions of the human race. And race consciousness is so very often based on things like fear and lack, limitation, separation. And if you aren't sure that this is true, then I suggest you simply turn on the 6 o'clock news and just watch it for 15 minutes. How many of those stories are fear-related? You'll see fear of lack of limitation, or you'll see separation for sure. In just about every single story. Why are we afraid? The answer is always the same, no matter what we're afraid of. The answer is always because we are believing in two powers. God and something else, rather than just God. You've probably all heard the acronym for FEAR, false evidence appearing real. Who has another one? Anyone have another one? FEAR, forgetting everything about reality. I like that. I looked up the definition of reality in the Metaphysical Bible. It says reality actually means that which is indestructible, incapable of decay. Reality is unchanging and everlasting. Sound familiar? The self that we see is what we have thought about ourselves, what we believe about ourselves. The form we have molded by our thought, that's what we see. But the real self is perfection. For God could not know anything unlike itself. Our sonship is reality, Christ abiding in us. The kingdom of God within is reality. Reality as concerning us is that God is in us, as us, is us. Can you get behind me on that? Am I speaking your truth? Am I in the right room? Good. Okay, that's the reality that we forget about when we're in fear. And what we know is that we are unconsciously affected by these race consciousness ideas. So let me give you an example of what it feels like regarding aging from the perspective of race consciousness. You know you're getting older when everything that works hurts, and what doesn't hurt doesn't work. You feel like the morning after, and you haven't been anywhere. Your little black book only contains names ending in MD. You look forward to a dull evening. Your knees buckle, and your belt won't. Your back goes out more than you do. You sink your teeth into a steak and they stay there. And drum roll, please. You know all the answers, but nobody asks the questions. So what we know is that we are unconsciously affected by these race consciousness ideas until we make a deliberate and conscious choice to bring God into the picture. And when we do that, when we add G for God to the word race, we get grace. And grace consciousness moves us to a place of love instead of fear, abundance instead of lack, freedom instead of limitation, oneness instead of separation. And those ideas, those qualities of love, abundance, freedom, oneness, they pretty much sum up the essence of grace, don't they? Now, let's talk about the collective consciousness. According to Charles Fillmore, collective consciousness pertains to a universal mind, or consciousness that is also shared by all of us. This consciousness is the sum of all thoughts, emotions, and experiences influencing and connecting each individual soul to a larger divine reality. Fillmore viewed each soul as inherently divine, possessing a connection to this collective consciousness. He taught that through practices such as prayer and meditation, we could align ourselves more fully with this universal mind, accessing higher truths and spiritual insights. Now, on that topic, earlier in the month, I've asked you to begin, if you haven't done a meditative practice, to begin 5 minutes a day, and then bring out your journal and just write something. Just write something down to get it started. And then I also asked you, the last time I saw you, to work with your triggers. When you get triggered, journal about it. Why? Because the presence is always with you when you're journaling. You can hear it. When you're writing, you can hear it. Really? Oh, really? Is that what, because the presence knows you're acting separate. And you can hear it. So how many of you have been doing your practice? Yes, yes. Good job, good job. I know some of you have, because I've heard some miraculous things have happened, and I'm very excited about that. So keep up the good work. And for those of you who don't, I just encourage it. We'll just keep moving along. For Fillmore, the collective consciousness was a source of divine wisdom and guidance that could help individuals transcend personal limitations and manifest a life in harmony with spiritual laws. In this framework, personal growth and spiritual evolution involve turning into and contributing positively to this collective, thereby uplifting individual souls and humanity as a whole. So I ask you to think to yourself for a moment, where are we contributing positively to this collective consciousness? Are we putting ourselves out there, raising the vibration from race to grace? Where are you contributing positively in your life? Unity's teachings encourage people to cultivate thoughts of truth, love, and positivity to strengthen their connection to the divine. And in turn, it promotes the well-being of the collective. I heard the other day, it is so much better to bless people than to pray for people, because our prayers might include judgment. Blessing people is a wonderful way to strengthen our relationship with the divine and promote the well-being of others. So now, just to break things up a little bit, I thought we'd have a little fun with the Fillmore's metaphysical teachings and distinguish between race consciousness and the collective consciousness. Okay? So if you want to play along with me, we're going to focus on the different influences on individual and spiritual lives, okay? So if the answer is race consciousness, I want you to say race consciousness. And if the answer is collective consciousness, I want you to get the idea from Fillmore's standpoint. The collective is the highest, touching into the divine. So then we're going to say collective consciousness. So raise your hands up, okay? All right. So tell me, what am I talking about when I say this? Accumulated thoughts, beliefs, and feelings acquired through the collective thinking of humanity over generations. It's essentially what society and culture have impressed upon individuals unconsciously through history. I didn't see hands. I can't hear today. What is it?
Race consciousness.
Race.
Race consciousness. Race. Good job. Yes. The universal consciousness shared by all beings, often seen as synonymous with divine mind or universal mind. It's a higher consciousness marked by the truth, love, and divine principles. Which one?
Grace.
Collective consciousness. I'm going to give you another chance. Accessing higher truths. Yeah. Come on, this side is kind of over beating you guys. Yay. Prayer, meditation, positive thinking enhance one's attunement to this universal consciousness. Collective! Yes, good job. You're interested in a material world, and there is a certain tendency to be lazy and get sedentary. Embodies spiritual truths and the interconnectedness of all life. It offers love, wisdom, and divine guidance, promoting personal and spiritual evolution.
Yeah.
Collective. Yes, okay. Negative thinking. All right. Now this is an open question. What are the ways that you can tap into this collective consciousness? What are some ways that you can connect to this source? Meditation. Prayer. Journaling. Positive thinking.
Loving.
Huh? Being creative. Tapping into your creativity. Loving. Affirmation.
Peaceful.
Being peaceful. Affecting the whole by blessing everyone. Like we did in our meditation with Ela. It was beautiful. In summary, while race consciousness pertains to the limiting beliefs ingrained by societal and historical thinking, collective consciousness reflects the higher divine reality that Fillmore encourages all of us to connect with for spiritual growth and for enlightenment. The journey, as Fillmore suggests, involves moving away from the former and toward the latter, obviously, and aligning one's true divine nature. So now, when we catch ourselves behaving or thinking in alignment with race consciousness, we can catch ourselves and say, hey, that's race consciousness. Let's move up to grace. Cool? You want to try it? Oh. Let's see. Doggone it, I stubbed my toe. This is a rotten day. What am I doing? Hey! That's race consciousness. Let's move up to grace consciousness. Make sense? Will you do it? This week, will you do it?
Yes.
Okay. So we cultivate greater self-awareness and present moment consciousness when we do these things. This is essential for recognizing our habitual patterns and emotions and thoughts that may be influencing our life without conscious acknowledgement. So we're bringing those patterns into consciousness. When we put our attention centered on ourselves, it facilitates better energy flow throughout our body and aligns one with your core essence. The internal focus helps rediscover innate power and cultivate a sense of wholeness and alignment, which is where I want to be. I know it's where you guys want to be. Fillmore said the practice of turning attention inward is seen as that step towards healing and integration. When attention is consistently directed outward, individuals, we become fragmented. We're all over the place, disconnected from our authentic self. So by focusing inward, one can integrate different parts of ourselves by addressing those underlying issues that need attention. So I encourage all of us to turn our attention inward as a powerful tool for personal growth, healing, and spiritual alignment, so that we may live more intentionally, more authentically, from a place of internal awareness. The awareness of the spiritual evolution of humanity from a limited collective consciousness, influenced by race and societal conditioning, to a higher state of awareness characterized by grace, love, and spiritual understanding. That's the goal. So as you continue this journey of soul expansion, know that you are supported by the divine mind and by the countless others who have walked this path before you. I'll close this with a story that illustrates this concept between race and grace beautifully. There's an ancient traveler walking up to the gate of a new city and he met an old man sitting at the gate. He said to the old man, "What is this city like? Is it a good place to live? Are the people kind?" The old man at the gate asked, "Well, what was the city like that you just left? Was it a nice place to live? Were the people there kind?" The traveler replied, shaking his head, "Oh, the place was just horrible. The people were cheats. The government was crooked. It was awful." The old man at the gate said, "Well, my friend, I'm afraid that you are going to find the same thing here. I suggest you keep going on to the next city." The traveler thanked him and continued on his journey. Soon another traveler came along and asked the old man at the gate the same question. "Is this a good city? Are the people kind?" And the old man replied in the same manner, "What was the city like you just came from?" The traveler replied, "Oh my, it was a wonderful city, filled with generous, fair, and kind people. It was a great place to live." To which the old man replied, "Well, sir, come on in. You will find the city to be equally wonderful." Let's say our affirmation now together. When I abide in a consciousness of love, no matter how little I may have of the world's treasures, I have all I need. All I wanna do is live my life in peace and harmony.
want to go? Go.
Will you do it?
It's time to give. We are aware that many of you give online, and we appreciate that. Those of you who give during the service, we also appreciate you, and realize that when you give, you will receive tenfold of what you're giving. And during the offering, let's go ahead and recite our offering blessing together. Divine love, richly flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. And now we have the Karen Drucker song that we sing a lot in church here, and it is I Am So Blessed, Jeanne and Amy.
Charles Fillmore was 92 years old when he made this statement famous.
And let's say it with a little zeal, okay? Yeah. All right. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. Thank you, Charles Fillmore. And those of you, as you know, Silent Unity is a 20-hour-a-day prayer service at that number, and they will, if you ask for a prayer, somebody at Silent Unity will pray for the next 30 days. Is that correct? Yeah. That's correct. And announcements. Lunar New Year Drum Circle coming up Wednesday, next Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
I will be there.
This Wednesday.
This Wednesday. Yeah. What's the last Wednesday of the month? I know that. And yes, I will be there. I hope some of you join us. And it's game day on Wednesday, February 19th at 1 p.m. in the Mirror Room. If you'd like to join in, and you can bring a game, you can bring a friend, you can bring a snack. Judy is your contact person for that. And our ongoing groups are the Reiki group on Tuesdays, and Betty's the contact person. Prayer team Wednesdays, 10 a.m. on Zoom, and Reverend Julia always sends out a message for that. The metaphysical group meets the second and fourth Wednesday, so that's coming up Wednesday too, isn't it, Sheila? Yeah. Yeah. And that is in the Mirror Room with Sheila Taylor. Okay, we have a food drive going on. Help support Matthew's Crossing by bringing canned goods to Unity Church on the first Sunday of each month. We also have a donation jar if you would prefer to just donate that way. Save the date. Armand and Aunt Angelina on March 23rd for the Sunday service and March 24th for a flute play shop.
We have a location for the flute play shop. Will be the Friendship Room, which is right across from the Mirror Room.
Thank you, Julia. At the Friendship Room.
Do we have a time?
I
Time yet?
believe it's 10 till 12 is when I have the room. So
10 till 12.
we'll get more out.
Excellent. Okay.
Mark, did
Yeah.
you sign up for February duties?
Oh, okay. The February sign-up sheet is in back. If you'd like to take a look and serve it during the service, that would be outstanding. Thank you. Any other announcements, anybody? Yes, Zohar.
Thank you. Yes, right after the service today, about 10 minutes after, we'll be in the Mirror Room for those who would like to do some spirit dance and prepare to be part of the service on February 9th, doing a dance celebrating love and Valentine's Day.
Excellent. Thank you, Zohar. And I just counted heads. There are 40 people in here. That's a nice crowd. Thank you for being here. And I want to thank everybody involved today. Brian, thank you for your accompaniment. Derek, of course, your expertise over there is very much appreciated. Amy and Jeannie, you guys always blow me away with your songs and your energy. And we appreciate Julia back there filming, Ela for the meditation, Frederick for the opening prayer, and also Sheila for the daily word today. Am I forgetting somebody? Well, and me, I guess. It's not that big of a deal to do this.
I did want to say that Barb was supposed to be singing today, but her brother passed. So she's actually kind of grieving for her brother and her mother, who passed about a year ago. So it kind of all hit her all at winter. Yeah. So we'll just hold her in your tender hearts this week, please.
Yeah, let's hold her up with prayer. And thank you for the great message today, Jeannie, for all month's messages. And we will close with the peace song and then the prayer for protection, correct?
Yep.
All right.
We walk side by side in this sacred place. Our spirit